breaking news. KD to the Lakers.
Well, the top side streets are a dangerous place, so you better tune in to a credible face like this one. Yeah, this one. And you know he's not alone, and they're coming in hot. We got a Lake so Stan and a guy who really likes baseball. I don't know why he likes baseball.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We got Justin from the 89 Cavs here, and we have Dustin. What's going on, dudes?
Good to see you. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good right now. Sham's drafts. You can tell his drafts were ready to go over the last couple days.
I think he scheduled tweets. He said, line it up. Boom, 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 boom. 3 o'clock.
Good call in the last couple days for all these very done deals.
Yes.
Moratorium we have to observe.
Correct.
There's no tampering, but there is 15 deals that get finalized at 6:01. So far, we've got PJ Tucker finalizing a 3-year, $33 million deal to the Sixers. Depot with a 1-year deal to the Heat for $11 million. Hartenstein, big Hartenstein guy. He's going to the Knicks for 2 years and 16.
Good for him.
DeAndre Jordan.
This is the best one. I was trying to save this one just for you. Number one Nuggets fan.
DeAndre Jordan backing up the Joker.
Yep.
He's going to Denver.
Can't believe he's getting played to play basketball still.
That's crazy.
Wild.
Malik Monk went to get his bread. He's going to the Kangs.
Yep, that hurts.
A couple of big ones. So Devin Booker, 4-year, $214 million Supermax extension. And then Jokic, 5 years, $264 million, which is pretty nuts. So that's like
also,
everything that dropped at 6 o'clock.
On the Booker news, he'll also be the cover athlete for 2K23.
Wow.
Congrats, Devin Booker.
Well, let's start here. What jersey is he going to be wearing?
Ooh, good question. You think he's going to get traded?
I don't know. Did you guys see? So Brooklyn came out and they're like, yeah, you want also look, we're multiple cameos in the background right here. Look at this. Let's go.
They're fighting each other. Incredible.
That was so good.
This is Katie and Kyrie right here.
That's absolutely it.
I love that Brooklyn though was like, yeah, you want KD? Put Booker in it. Put Booker in it. I don't know, Justin.
Not happening. Yeah, I'm gonna kick these guys out.
Justin, what was your initial KD take when the request for the trade came down?
It was really. I texted my buddy. That's what I did. I because it's kind of crazy, but also expected. I texted you. It was like, yeah, it makes sense if you just sit down and think about it. Like, I don't want to deal with this.
Yeah. Well, you know,
like why? Like, I'm sure he's probably watching the news. He had the last season. He's probably tired. He's like, I'm not dealing with Kyrie. I don't want to talk to this man.
Well, you know what was funny was watching social media come around on the take, right? Because initially it was like, wow, KD really stuck it to Kyrie. Like, he can't deal with this bullshit anymore. And then all of a sudden, like 20 minutes later, they were like, nah, he's sticking it to Brooklyn because Brooklyn didn't give Kyrie a long-term deal. And now KD is out, which like the fact that the entire narrative shifted within 40 minutes was pretty incredible.
Look, man, they aren't that close, are they? It feels like we would know if they were that close. All right. Because that's staking his career, his reputation on the line for Kyrie, which I don't think he's done or it's been worth it. So
yeah.
Right.
I don't know. Dustin, what about you? Where were you at with when all the KD news happened?
It's incredible. I'm here for NBA madness. I love all of this stuff. The back and forth. We knew Kyrie wasn't going to leave all that money on the table. And then the second that he's opting back in, KD's like, yep, I'm out. I mean, it makes sense. I don't think they care that all of that stuff is done. Where do you rate this on? Like, it was these guys coming together we're going to win titles. Oh my God, Brooklyn, this is huge, to just completely blowing up in their face. Like, this is worst case scenario. This is bad.
You know what's kind of nuts? Like, I was trying to think about this after he requested the trade. Like, when's the last time like somebody at KD's level was like, trade me? And I guess Kawhi's the closest, but the difference with Kawhi is he had 1 year left on his deal. Like, KD, wherever he goes, is probably going to play for like 3 or 4 years and like ride out his prime. So this feels like I couldn't think of another example.
Probably Anthony Davis, right? He was close to that.
Yeah, I guess Anthony Davis is probably the closest.
Yeah. And I mean, people have gone so far back as Kobe.
With
the Kobe in the parking lot days.
Yeah.
Yes.
that was definitely one. I don't know what his contract status was back then.
If I'm able to opt into a contract to get my bag, even if I don't want to play for that team, you just do it because you can still get traded. I think we're proving that it doesn't matter. They're still going to figure it out. Like, you're not locked in. Ben Simmons, everyone, all these players, they're getting their bag. They're still going to get moved. Like, doesn't matter.
I think this is the ultimate test, though, right? Like, KD says these are the teams I want to go to, but he's got 4 years left on his deal. I don't think he has any like trade clause situations, right? So like Brooklyn, like, hey, KD, thanks for your input. This is where you're going. Like, I'll put you where you're going. Like, we're going to get our best offer back. Because, like, I know Miami was on the list. And listen, there's a lot of Miami people on Twitter right now being like, oh, well, you could do Hero and Duncan Robinson and a couple picks, maybe Lowry and Oladipo. That is coming in, like, 11th place. I am not interested in that deal when there's so many other good options on there. You know? Yeah. Does anybody have, like, what's your favorite? I feel like every single team has been put out there on Twitter being like, oh, this would actually be the best fit. This is the best package. Is there a spot that either of you are like excited about being like, let's get KD here besides the Lakers, Dustin, even though Dustin and Brian Windhorst are the only two psychos reporting that KD
is that actually being reported? There's no possible way that is he really?
Windhorst did like 20 minutes at ESPN. He was like, He did give a nice pause. He was like, I don't even want to say this, but some execs are saying there's a package that would
bullshit.
KD. It was KD and Kyrie to the Lakers.
Yeah.
No. What are you talking about? There's no possible way that's true. That he's saying both of them were
he said the Lakers have a package, which just that just means somebody somebody vaguely associated with the Lakers organization.
We might have to give one of our championship trophies back to say you also get this in there, and we'll send a banner with you. That's crazy. That's ridiculous. No, for KD, I don't know. I saw something about Philly.
Oh, everybody's throwing Matisse Thybulle into these deals like he's an asset. Did we all forget that Matisse Thybulle hasn't hit a 3-pointer in like 6 weeks? Well, not 6 weeks, like 6 months. Like, he was played off in the playoffs. Why is he labeled as like, well, dude, Matisse Thybulle, though?
I don't know that it's a good package that they'd be doing. It would be a fun team to watch.
That would be fun.
Harden, KD, and Joel Embiid, and there's already reports that Harden is working out. He's taking it seriously, right? Like,
working out.
He's already started doing stuff.
I don't want to get too off track, but I do want to say this. Harden is who we thought Kyrie was.
Right.
Harden
Yes.
opted out of $47 or $42 million
Right.
to restructure to a 3-year deal, just so they could get better as a team.
But do you think that's to provide cap flexibility, to knowing that, hey, this might be on the table? Can you help us out?
Oh, not Kate. I don't think. I mean, that's some real inside bait. Can you, like, if KD went all the way from laughing or trying not to laugh when Harden didn't get picked in the All-Star game to
I mean, yeah, that was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that, yes, that stuff exists, but I think also they just rock with each other at some point. Some of them do. Like, they get over this petty stuff. We blow it out because of like the media and Twitter and NBA Twitter, but
new media.
I don't know. Yeah, you know.
Well, Justin, what about you? Do you any spots that get you hyped for potential KD drama?
No. And I straight up, I just looked at the league and like, I don't think anything makes sense unless the Nets are just going to give up.
I agree.
The best one that people were talking about on, I guess during that ESPN show was people kept mentioning New Orleans as
that's what I'm here for.
Landing spot, because they actually have the contracts and young players that make some kind of sense for the Nets. Every other team doesn't make a ton of sense. Like,
What does that make sense for KD? Like,
well,
what is that?
I think they'd be good, right? So if you did KD for Ingram in pieces or KD for Zion in pieces, that team is still really good because New Orleans they've got all those picks from that holiday deal, so that they you don't have to really gut the team. Like, you'd still have either one of Ingram and Zion, you'd still have CJ, you'd still have some of those young pieces, Jonas Valanciunas. Like, you'd still be, and you throw KD on that team.
Yeah, it's still an NBA team.
Yeah,
and you just upgrade.
Yeah. Can I give you guys one that's just like for comedy?
Yeah, let's do it.
KD to the Rockets for all the picks that they traded for Harden. Like, it's just Brooklyn getting their picks back.
Why not? Let's do it. Let's get wild.
You could convince me KD to New Orleans if they send back Ingram, because then I could see KD, CJ, like you're saying, Jonas and Zion. Like that, to me, I could convince, hey, come at us.
That would be a lot.
Come at us on the West, right? Like, let's see what happens.
I had another fun one too that I was bummed out about. That because there were news came in that Jaren Jackson Jr. underwent foot fracture, I think, or stress fracture in his foot, so he's gonna be out 4 to 6 weeks. But I was messing around with I was like Desmond Bain, Zaire Williams, and like and Brandon Clark was the one that I put through. And then I'm sure there's gonna be like either, I don't know, Brooks pick something. I don't know, some version of that brings KD. Because Desmond Bain, I think, is like the real attractive piece.
Yeah, he's a nice chip.
Being the rookie.
Right.
And then like one more. I thought that one would be kind of fun. But I wonder how that injury messes up with stuff. And I know I've been seeing some of this too. Murray and Michael Porter Jr. for KD, which I like. The reason this one's enticing to me is they're just like, you know what? No point guard. We're out on point guards. Yeah. Jokic is our point guard.
Just Jokic and KD come at us.
Yeah. And yeah, I saw some of this too. KD to Toronto, so Kyrie can't follow him because he can't get in the game. I don't know. What are some other things from today? I saw
real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll just say there's nowhere. You know where I actually want to see Durant? Is in fucking Brooklyn. Just every other team is either young or good. I don't want him to change. I'm happy with where the league is right now.
I'm with you there too. Also, like, I think we kind of know what Brooklyn is, and they probably won't get over the hump. I want less competition. I don't want to build up another team that we're like, great, now I got to worry about, if he goes to the Pelicans, that's a pretty good team. If you swap with Ingram. No, I don't want to have to deal with that, especially as a Lakers fan. No, stay in Brooklyn. Let you guys fight it out with each other with the Celtics and the Sixers and everybody else and the Bucks. No, like, just stay there. I agree. Stay in Brooklyn.
One of my favorite things I kept hearing today too is they were like, well, Joe Tsai needs to make sure they get KD over to the Western Conference so that they're not battling him for years to come. And I was like, oh, do you fucking think Brooklyn has a shot at getting a chip if you move off of KD? Like, is that how you get better? I'm like, I wouldn't worry about that. I'd worry about just like accumulating assets at this point. But yeah, I'm with you. I'm not ready for like, because I know everyone was joking, myself included. Oh, maybe send him to Golden State for like Wiggins, Wiseman, and Kuminga.
Hard pass if I'm Golden State. No thanks. We're good. We're happy. Also, shout out Bobby Bell in the streets. This we talked about this before, but Murray, that is a fun backcourt. I'm excited to that's like a great league pass team for me to just tune in for.
Well, let's talk about that for 1 second. Is anyone more pissed off about today's news than Atlanta? Like Atlanta just
could have
blew
made a
their
move
load on Dejounte Murray,
right.
and then KD becomes available.
All those guys.
Yeah, KD and Trey.
I saw a tweet joking that like Durant waited until Atlanta traded their picks to request a trade. Just making sure he doesn't go.
That's pretty good too. Yeah, man, the KD stuff's gonna be fascinating. I mean, there's also a world. I mean, I guess because KD could just be like, I'm not gonna play, but they're like Brooklyn doesn't have to trade him, right?
4 years on that deal. They can just say, all right, dude, sorry. They can John Wall his ass.
Right?
Yeah, just send him home.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? You're just like, I'm not going to play. And they're like, okay, fine.
All right. This is your prime, man.
Yeah, we're going to just let the team be Kyrie's and Ben Simmons and just let that happen.
Right. You write your history. You're just going to not play. That's fine.
I see the Lakers stands in the chat saying
LeBron
doesn't have a no trade clause. Just saying, if LeBron wants out, all I'm saying.
Here's some breaking news for resident Clipper fan number 1, Bobby. Amir Coffey has agreed to a 3-year deal with the Clippers. There you go. Breaking Clippers news.
Saving Amir Coffey.
Yep.
Clippers still in great shape right now after acquiring John Wall. I feel like
on the
they're gonna be
cheap.
a fun spot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know,
Oh, here we go. Breaking Lakers news. You ready?
Oh,
Breaking news. Free agent Damian Jones has agreed to a 2-year deal with the Lakers.
Damian Jones is still in the league.
If the Lakers are out in the free agent market, absolutely.
Yeah.
Expect that to be followed up with the Lakers have signed Blake Griffin.
Yeah.
Wait
Danilo
for that one.
Gallinari. Is Gallinari signed anywhere?
Lakers. That's another one. Like we lost Malik Monk. We're going to get Gallo.
Oh, man. I do like Amir Coffey, though.
Gallo would actually
he's pretty good
on the Lakers.
Yeah.
Like we need a shooter, right? Like someone like that. Whatever.
One person we didn't, or one destination we haven't talked about yet, and I'm hoping it doesn't happen, but there was a lot of Boston rumblings with KD to Boston. I don't know. I mean, am I too like love struck over my Jalen and Tatum boys that I don't want to see them broken up, or should I just be like, see you later, Jalen Brown, bring out KD?
I'll say that's the Lakers mentality to just say peace out to whoever helped us get it there. Who can help us get the title?
Yeah.
But it's hard letting go of the guys that you draft, you come up with, you see them develop. I don't know. Yes, that is the Lakers way to just say, thank you so much. There's the door. Good luck in New Orleans. Good luck wherever you're going. And we're working on the title. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the Celtics fan. Look, if they could get with just Jalen and some other dudes and not give up Marcus Smart for KD,
right?
They're winning the championship. They're winning.
So you roll out, you roll out Smart because you have Smart under contract. You have Tatum under contract. No, Tatum still needs to get a big boy payday, I think. But you'd have KD for a few more years. Robert Williams is locked up.
Yep.
You still have like the corpse of Al Horford, and then Derek White.
Grant
Williams, Cook.
Aaron Nesmith, right?
Yeah. Go get fucking Dante DiVincenzo.
Yes.
Right. Exactly.
And he'll be one of those dudes who you're like, oh, that guy. Oh, no, he's averaging like 11.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, he's kind of helpful. Yeah.
Honestly, after watching the Celtics postseason, would love a bench guy that could average 11. That would take that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
It's funny. I really do like Jalen Brown. He's like one of my favorite players. But
wouldn't you love somebody who could handle the ball?
Yeah. Someone. Well, can KD handle the ball though?
Enough to get a shot. I mean.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't worry about our half court offense anymore.
Yes.
Like I wouldn't worry about someone creating a shot for themselves. I see the people said send KD to Memphis. I do like low key really like KD to Memphis. I think they've got a lot of pieces there that could make it happen. But I could see Memphis being like, nah, we don't do that.
Jeb with a great point. He can dribble more than twice, which is I don't know. You can't argue with that.
I don't know. Any other news from today? I saw Bobby Portis is going back to Milwaukee, which I didn't think that was going to happen. That was 4 for 47 or 44, something like that. It sounded like leaving, so I was surprised to see him
sticking
around.
Yeah, I think that's one of the no one's gonna pay me, but he's probably gonna get the MLE, which is that like the mid-level around, and he's loved there. So fuck it. That being loved there stretches that money a little longer
100%.
than going to some random team and just being, I don't know, Bobby Portis starter expected to contribute.
Yeah, that sounds like you're going to the Kings, right? Like if he was trying to get like a big, like a $25 million a year, he's going to the Kings. Wait, people are talking about Mo Bamba. Where did Mo Bamba sign?
I'm not seeing it here. I might be missing it. I see Lou Dort.
Oh, let's go. Stayed in OKC. Let's play
Yep.
the video. Let's play the goddamn clip.
Good for him.
Where's our little Dort report? Let's do it. All right, so Mo Bamba's going to Orlando, so that's kind of boring, but good for Mo
Wait, he's
Bamba.
staying. He's staying with them. He's just returning. Or?
Yeah, he's just staying.
Right.
I mean, he's still done nothing better than the song that bears his name. So
Yeah. Well, there was talk. I saw a tweet that said it. If somehow he went to the Lakers with LeBron, it could be La Bamba, which would be phenomenal
be
had
good.
that happen, especially for an LA crowd. Like,
Yeah.
yes, hit that song when it's an alley oop
Yeah,
from LeBron to Mo Bamba.
a
Like,
song as old as LeBron. That'd be
yes,
perfect.
yes.
have y'all talked about the shining star of the Madison Square Garden,
Oh,
Mr. Jalen Brunson?
We haven't yet. So what was that? 4 years, 100 and what?
10.
10. 4 years, 110. I don't know. What, Justin? What was your thought?
Shout out to Jalen Brunson. Shout out to an organization that has your father in it, and that will bring you to the biggest media market to come be the savior. I don't know. I mean, it's probably a good move for him, like for personally, professionally. He'll get a lot of chances. They will not win. I don't think this makes them more of a playoff team than they were before.
Yeah.
Their best player is still Julius Randle, I think.
I might go RJ Barrett.
I'd
now.
probably,
Like,
I still like RJ.
As RJ. So, but you know what? It'll be scrappy and it'll be good. It's just feels like the Knicks are just okay. We'll be okay.
This is the right take right here by Bobby Bell. He says they got a team full of Brunsons. And I think that's exactly right. They have a team full of like pretty good people.
Yeah, but you called it out too, like scrappy. Like there's scrappy players
Yeah.
that maybe slightly overachieve, right? And now he's
Alec
getting
Burks.
paid. Yeah,
It's been for years too. Remember Bill Walker?
yeah,
Yeah,
I do.
OJ Mayo's old team.
Yes.
Yes. And Bill Walker stuck on the Knicks for a minute. Like that's the level of Knicks player they got. Jalen Brunson is a high caliber that guy.
Look, I think we like his game, but we're saying,
Definitely.
do we want to pay him that? And is that like our big free agency acquisition if you're the New York Knicks? Like,
Right. I think that's what it is, right?
It's a
Like
tough
it's
scene.
happy the guy got his bag, happy he got
Yes.
paid. Like it makes sense that he got paid. It just feels weird that he got paid by the Knicks that had
Yeah.
zero ceiling. Like they
well, it
just
doesn't feel
like,
weird. I think that's
Yeah.
kind of expected, but you're just like at some point you hope
Right.
that they don't maybe do it. Maybe he'll prove us all wrong. And
Yeah,
maybe dude becomes an all-star. I don't know.
Yeah.
You think like if the Mavs give him that contract, you're like, oh, you have him next to Lucas, makes
Right.
sense.
Right.
Yes.
But with the Knicks, it feels like there's an
Makes
expectation
sense.
He'll do more.
Chemistry, develop, like they work well against each other. You got Luca, all of that makes yes, but it's
Brunson
very New York Knicks.
Brunson walking into MSG tomorrow into the locker room. Does he immediately think he's the best player on the team?
If I'm him, I would. Why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah. Right.
Why
So
not?
he's like,
I think
This
he's
is my
fine
team.
knowing you can be the best player. Like,
Yeah. I would
Which I've-
say I'd walk in and say, "This is my team. I'm running
Yeah.
the show. Let's go."
which tells you exactly where the Knicks are.
Yeah.
just come in like, hey, y'all were watching me on TV in the conference finals, correct? All right.
Great point. Great point.
I was
Somebody
just
in
being coached by Jason Kidd. Let's go.
Somebody in the chat this morning was saying they need to secure a couple more lefties and just roll out a lefty starting five. You got RJ, you got Randall, you got Brunson. Just get a few more.
Just throw the defense off. They're like, wait a minute, they're shooting with the wrong hand. What's happening? Just confuse the shit out of everyone. Yeah, I like that.
I like it too. Do you look, because it's only been me talking about it so far. Do you guys want to talk about the Dejounte Trae Young situation now, or I made it sound like they got traded for each other? They didn't. But Dejounte going to Atlanta. Any hot takes on that?
No hot take for me. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I like Dejounte a lot. I liked him before the pump, before we pumped him on Top Shot. I saw him cook against the Lakers really early on at the I think it might have been preseason last season, and I know that wasn't his rookie year, but he started to develop into what he is now, I think. And I'm like, man, this kid is good. I think it's super entertaining basketball. I love that they made a move, that they were not content of being like, okay, we're not just let's try this again. The Hawks,
Yeah,
they went in on something. To your point of like, maybe they should have heard if the KD news was available. But it's still a fun backcourt. Like, that's a really exciting backcourt. Hopefully Trae's shooting can offset a little bit of DeJounte's fault there, but he'll go to the basket and get buckets. Like,
yeah,
that's a good 1-2 punch there.
yeah. No, I think so too. I think that's a 1-2 punch. I'm excited to see how it fits. Like, I don't know
Right.
if it will fit, but
It's a 1-2 punch. Are we watching DeJounte Murray?
I am.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, look, it's not the best 1-2 punch, but
No.
I think it's helpful. Trae gets bodied up in there a lot, and it's tough. I think it can help take off a little bit of that pressure from a backcourt perspective, which I think will be good for him.
I was reading something today too, that the Spurs were nervous that DeJounte wasn't going to re-sign there too when things were done. Like, it was like trending towards him being like, they made it seem like it was going to be tough to get him back. Wow, dude, so much disrespect to San Antonio.
I mean,
there,
why
dude.
would he?
So much disrespect.
Straight facts. What do you want?
Yeah.
I agree with this too. He said Spurs finally committed to a direction. The unprotected picks could be saucy down the line. Hawks got an all-star and gave up nothing talent-wise. Yeah, I felt like everybody kind of won there. And I'm still excited to see what the Hawks are going to do, right? Because Collins is definitely gone. I don't know where he's going to go, but it feels like he's gone. Who's the other one? Kevin Huerter, it sounds like he's going to be moving as well. So be curious to see what the rest of the lineup looks like once they get there. But yeah. It's funny. I feel like that would have led free agency. And then KD, like in very LeBron fashion.
Yeah.
Right before free agency starts, tweets that out,
Egos.
It'll get you. Michael McDowell said, jingle to the Bucks. Can't wait to have another wing to get wrong on.
Wow.
I mean, hey, if Joe Ingles is healthy, right? If he's healthy and he's back,
You don't really need him to play defense. Just hit some open shots. Like,
yeah, he's not a terrible defender either, right?
I mean, he'll be
he can
fine.
hang. Yeah. I don't hate that.
That's not bad. I see Nick Batum is back, which we expected with the Clippers. Staying like a sneaky good team if their players actually play. But
yeah, we also Lonnie Walker. Speaking of the Spurs, Lonnie Walker is leaving San Antonio. Rumored. I don't know if it's rumored. I heard somebody who's a Boston Celtics blogger commented on he would be a good fit there. He's fun. I don't know what his ceiling is or anything like that, but he's got a couple good dunks every year.
yeah, he might be one of those guys you get, like Justin is saying, you get like 11 to 13 points, and you're like, hey, this guy's pretty good off the bench for us at like a seventh man role.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate that.
Yeah, sorry. I'm looking. I see Anthony Simons got 4 years, $100 million to go back to Portland.
Wow. Yeah, you got to take that money if you're him. 100%. Thank you.
All right.
That makes Jalen Brunson seem like a steal,
right?
Yeah.
And listen, I know Overzet's cousin is like the current GM, I think, of the Blazers. Tell me how they didn't just get a younger CJ McCollum to pair up with Dame.
Right.
They're just running this shit back again, right?
Pretty
like,
much.
This is the same thing that didn't work a few years ago, except it's a different person.
Yep. A backcourt, just a good backcourt again.
Yeah. Man, listen, I think Simons is great. Like I do. I really think he's good. I think him teamed up with Dame, though, really does feel like the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't get me excited to say, all right, Portland, let's run it.
Yeah. I said, wait, regulator said Dedmon got $9 million.
Yeah.
To who? Who was that?
Miami Heat, returning with the Heat.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just crazy that Dwayne Dedmon gets $9 million.
is, you know what? Solid body. There's a lot of people who are getting signed who I've never heard of. And Dwayne Dedmon is one of them. And I always assume if you're a player like Dedmon, who's like 6'8" or taller, you have at least one good skill, you'll play in the NBA until like 17 years.
If you can block shots or maybe you get boards, like, hey, someone will take you on the team to play. Look, I see Damian Jones signing a 2-year deal with the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah.
So there you go. 6'11", can block a shot and get a rebound, and is like 20-something years old. Yes.
And Borland, I totally agree with you too. Like, it is the market. It's the market that dictates that. It is just funny seeing some of those numbers sometimes. And it's like, wait, how much?
The cap is ridiculous right now. I mean, the cap is extremely high. People are getting, Jokic got $250 million. So like
just a smooth $250 million. Also, shout out Top Shot Hessler, who said, God damn, I love the NBA. Beside burning up the BlackBerry right now. Thanks for streaming. Thanks for being here, man.
Thank you.
I think GD means Greg Dunbar, actually.
Wow.
I don't listen. If you start updating us on baseball scores right now, I'm going to be so pissed off.
No, I haven't been following the news, but I have been thinking back about like my Top Shot journey and my best buys. And I think buying Kevin Durant's first point as a net was just the best investment I've ever made in my life.
It's big bucks.
Glad we paid up. He might win a championship there.
That Kevin Durant, we called it the People's
Debut.
People's debut out of 7,500. At one point, was going for $900, and I think
no, was going for $1,700.
Was $1,700? Wow.
Yes.
What's it going for now? It's like $50.
$17.
$17.
Yes. I'm not joking. I saw a tweet about that the other day. It actually might be less. It might be $16. I said that for the joke, but I think it is actually, or it was $16 as of a few days ago.
It feels like that Coinbase commercial where they're like, crypto is dead.
Yes.
Sick,
we should
man.
probably run a giveaway for that moment, right? Just in celebration of everything.
For the KD.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that. We can. Fuck yeah. Why not? Let's do that.
Get some engagement farming going on.
Since it's not going to take much to buy one. Here, hold on.
Wait, Alex is saying it's $10. Is that true?
No. All right, hold on. I'm going to look it up.
I hope it is.
Wow.
I hope it is.
Justin, how many Top Shots you still holding on to?
I don't know, but I will say, I don't fucking know. I can't pretend like I've checked that site in a long time. I went there like a couple months ago and I had $300 in there. I was like, oh, this is nice. And I took it and went to use it as vacation money.
Yo, it is $16, by the way. Sorry, go ahead.
$16?
Yeah.
There it is.
$16?
Yeah, it's 16 for the People's debut.
I was gonna say my Top Shot. The money I made off Top Shot was T.J. Warren and Lou Dort, both who are free agents, and I don't think T.J. Warren has played an NBA game since I sold that for $1,100.
Yeah, it was $1,100. I remember
Wow.
it. I remember it.
I'm sorry. I need this right now. I'm sorry.
Hey man, I noticed that some of my Series 2 moments, I spent a lot of money on them, and it's not worth as much. So, Jacob, can you make it worth more?
That's awesome.
Did you already do that one?
No, we haven't done it yet.
Right,
We haven't done it yet. Also, Dustin had to jump off. He's heading into a meeting. I'll just let the people know already. If you want to, for a chance at a $16 moment that was once worth almost $2K, you like the stream, subscribe, put in hashtag the People's Debut into the chat. We'll do that in a little bit. Greg, excellent work there with that drop, man. Excellent work. That was from like this week, right?
That was. This is what happens when I watch the morning marketplace for 15 minutes. You just get these.
That's great. That's great. With no context, that's so good.
No context.
We're going to add one more person to the stream who's here to yell about some stuff. We got Mike Weisberg. Mike, what's going on, man?
What's up, guys? What a fucking day. What a fucking day. Jesus Christ.
I know. What an energy shift from the first half hour. That was great, dude. You just came in and said, what a fucking day.
I mean, Jesus Christ. You like 3 hours ago, I just look at Twitter and all of a sudden it's like my timeline is just flooded with people being like, KD going where? Where do you want him to go? What do you want to do? Kyrie. burning down every organization. How are we going to spin this? It's great.
We let's actually talk about the Kyrie thing for a second, because I feel like we've talked about KD so much. Wait, hold on. Super chat here from Top Shot Testa says, how much do we have to tip to get Greg active in the Discord? Scotty and picks to the rebuilding Nets. Greg, pull up Blue Jays Twitter, please. All right, there's a lot of stuff going on there. But I feel like we haven't really talked about the Kyrie aspect of it all. And in a lot of these trades, like with the Suns, right? So say it's Suns, Ayton and Bridges. Let's just say it's Ayton and Bridges. All of a sudden, like the Nets still have Kyrie. They still have Ben Simmons. They still have now Bridges and Ayton and maybe like Joe Harris or something like that. Like I feel like Kyrie's getting lost in all of this and how he's still technically on the Nets, you know?
Well, and the other thing you have to consider, even if you do an Ayton sign trade, this gets really kind of salary cap nerdy. But because both teams are over the cap, you start running up against the salary cap apron, which means you're going to have to get a third team involved. So, like, there's a bunch of different mechanics here, particularly with the Suns, where guys like Cam Johnson are going to be available to third teams, which for a team like the Celtics, you have a $17 million TPE, could be very valuable. Just saying. So, you know, it's going to be interesting seeing where KD goes. On the Kyrie stuff, it's like he only has a few options. He just put himself out there to the league and was like, hey, guys, anyone want me? And then they just said, we're going to send you back to the orphanage that is now the Brooklyn Nets. Almost said New Jersey.
No, I think we call it New Jersey now. I think that's what happens. If you lose KD,
downgrade.
I wanted to
send him back to Secaucus.
I wanted to tweet out earlier today, but Justin, this joke would have only been for you. I was like, this would have never happened in Astoria. But
The Astoria Nets, oh yeah.
Story Nets would have never happened.
Kyrie out of Bohemia. Yeah, I think it's funny. You said Kyrie on a 1-year expiring deal. I don't know if he has much value. I think a team who's like close would be like, here's some other expiring contracts. We'll just take the headache off of you.
Right. That's
where does he even make sense though? Like
the Lakers.
Who? I mean, the Lakers obviously, but do the Lakers have the guys that they can deal for him?
No, not really.
No, he would have to just go. Or they'd be like, hey, let's give us Russell Westbrook's contract.
I mean, basically.
Can you imagine?
Sorry, go, Mike.
No. I was just going to say, like, if that's where we get to, where it's just like, oh, you take our headache, we'll take your headache, and just call it.
Yeah, I mean, it would have to be Kyrie and other stuff because Kyrie's only making $37.5 million.
Right.
So you have to probably put Joe fucking Harris's deal in there or a poo-poo platter of like shitty Brooklyn Nets. Speaking of which, the Brooklyn Nets just signed someone. I just saw it reported in my tweet deck. Let me see if I can find it. But they just signed Royce O'Neal.
Oh yeah,
in the last 2 minutes.
Dude, I saw that come through like right before the deadline too, right before the 6 o'clock time. They said that because that Royce O'Neal was reported right before the KD thing happened, and I just like love that Royce is like, hell yeah, baby, get me a chip. I'll be like the missing piece for KD and Kyrie, and then it's like that comes on KD's feet, and he's like, I need a trade.
Fuck the shit. Oh, but no, like the Ben Simmons one too, like the Simmons IG.
Yeah,
did you guys see that?
Right, he was like snarling, just saying like feeling great.
Yeah, not great. But what do you do with Ben Simmons? Do you deal him at this point?
Yeah, you keep him.
Yeah.
You think Ben Simmons and Clutch are going to be happy to be in Brooklyn with no one else playing there when he got his ass out of Philly, a title team? Like,
but Brooklyn's in a weird spot, right? Because they don't have any picks, depending on like what this KD deal looks like. So they have to win games. Like they can't.
Yeah, I mean, like Ben Simmons is you're not getting any better young player than Ben Simmons. For whoever you think Ben Simmons is and all his faults, they're not gonna go get any better young player than Ben Simmons. They probably won't even get a better one than the KD deal. Like so.
Well, what if you're the Golden State Warriors and you say, we will deal you Draymond and John? Well, I'm not gonna say Kuminga. Draymond and Wiseman for Ben Simmons. If you're Philly, do you do it?
Oh, for Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
Wait, if you're Brooklyn, do you do it, or if you're?
Oh, sorry, Brooklyn. Yes. So Ben Simmons for Draymond and Wiseman.
Oh man,
math works. I looked at it earlier today.
I don't think the Warriors do that, but
I mean, imagine Ben Simmons on that team though.
Dude, Steve Kerr can save.
The problem is, I think both teams know that Draymond's worth is only so much.
True.
If you take him out of a radius of Golden State, he's just Draymond on the not that team, and it's. But if you keep him around those players in that organization, it's perfect. I think that's like the chemistry there. It won't work. Draymond trying to figure out like on the Nets, I just don't think it'll work out.
Well, also Draymond outside of the Warriors is just like us. He's just a guy with a podcast who likes to occasionally play hoops.
To the new media.
I mean,
Also,
we get a lot of JJ and Draymond collabs on the pod.
That's true. Well, speaking of new media, had any of them posted anything today? You can't be the new media and then not have a reaction emergency podcast on free agency day. So
I would guess it comes out tonight.
Yeah, it's too late. It's too late. Greg, what were you going to say? I saw you loading up.
I was, and then the lawnmower started going. So anyway, I do have to get back to work, but you're welcome for all the incredible insight I provided on this NBA free agency.
Bravo.
And
thank you.
I'll see you guys next time.
All right, get out of here, Greg. Good to see you. God. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm assuming Draymond stays there. I thought you were going to go the other way and you go Kuminga, Wiseman, and like Wiggins for KD.
I mean, you could do that too. It's just I don't know that they would do that. Like if you're the Nets, do you want to deal for Andrew Wiggins now? Because you'd have to extend him.
Oh, like
I know
if you're Brooklyn, you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're just doing it for Kuminga and Wiseman, right?
Right. And you're taking Wiggins as a $30 million expiring, more or less.
Yeah.
Or you deal him at the deadline, but yeah.
Do you know how much shit KD would take if he went back to Golden State?
Fuck you, Top Shot Tesla.
Yeah.
Fucking distracted me with my that I'm in a child book. Jeez.
Oh, that's so funny. When he said Mike, I had no idea what he was talking about. I thought he was talking to me, and I was like, this is
no, it's just getting weird. No, what Top Shot Tesla is saying is that when I was a young child, I was in a picture book that my aunt made. She's like a children's author. Anyway,
what book are we talking about? Is this a
you can find
book?
it? God damn it! Fuck you, open the door. You open the door. Yeah, it's called Frog Pond. I'm on the. Actually, I'll show you the back cover. How's that?
Frog Pond.
Frog Pond. Here, I'll get it for you. Here it is. Let me share my screen real quick. I'll pull it up.
Hell yeah, this is great. Honestly,
this is terrible content for me.
This is good.
It's called Frog Hunt. Sorry, my mistake.
Frog Hunt.
Yeah, Frog Hunt. God, got the name wrong. Here we go.
This is great.
This is the back cover. This is your man is like an
wow.
Yeah.
Look at this, man, and that's on the cover of the book.
That's the back cover. My little brother got the front cover. He was a cuter child. This girl did not make the front cover. Unfortunately.
Do you guys still fight about that? Like, is that
no, definitely not.
Also,
Fantastic.
shout out Top Shot Test has just been
trolling.
But he's also been funding us today. Like this, I think we're up to like $15 right now. Wow. All right, good stuff. What else? Is there anything else from today's free agency? Like I know we talked at length about KD. Anything else that like stood out?
The Bucks, honestly, like everything the Bucks have done has made a ton of sense. Like I know we're all trolling in terms of like big picture KD stuff, but I think everything the Bucks have done is great. They re-signed Portis. They picked up Joe Ingles. They re-signed Wes Matthews and Javon Carter. Like
the Joe Ingles one is nice. When like that's the thing. If Joe Ingles is like your 7th or 8th guy, I mean that's great.
Yeah, no, and he's coming off the ACL tear. He'll be like probably 12 or 13 months in by the time he's done. So it'll be fine.
I think we should clear out just like a few minutes for a little. I just want to cover one thing before we start to wrap up, and it's just
Detroit basketball. Detroit basketball.
Justin, how does it feel to like you can just like sit back and enjoy today?
I was gonna mention it, but I was like, this isn't the right time. It's beautiful. We made all our moves in the draft. Got young pieces. I don't have to worry about us going out and signing making some dumb deal. I just get to sit back and be like, we didn't sign vets. We traded for them.
Mm-hmm.
We traded for our vet fillers in Nerlens and Burks from the Knicks. So I don't know. I expect to see just another random 32-year-old like small forward come in who's like a hard worker and it's a great reputation. Like I wouldn't Trevor Ariza might pop up on a Pistons or something.
That's true. I can see that.
I'm loving it. I don't have to worry at all.
Yeah. Kemba got bought out, right? Or is in the
Yep.
process of getting bought out.
His
So you don't have
process,
to worry about some bad knees. Yeah, man, they're in like a great spot right now. I think they're in a great spot.
Do we think they still finish bottom 5 next year? Like just to try to tank to get Victor or Scoot? Or do they try to compete for a play-in?
I think they try to compete, but they finished bottom 10.
Yeah. Because it's tough, right? I feel like they're a little too good now. Like they were too good at the end of this past season. Like they started like sneaky winning games, unless they go out of their way to lose games, like if they're trying to lose them.
Or, Cade Cunningham gets hurt, something like something
weird.
disastrous happens, right?
Yeah.
But like Troy Weaver's done such a phenomenal job. Another OKC guy, by the way, just like building that team up. I wasn't really sure what he was doing with the Jeremy Grant deal. It didn't make sense in the moment. And then like the draft happens and he just plays it beautifully. Got the same guy that they were allegedly aiming for at 7 at 13. Like insane.
It was
So
so
good.
easy. And they did. They made it seem easy. Like every move they made, they were like, yeah, we know exactly what we're doing, which I feel like we haven't seen that from Detroit in a few years. So
Since early Joe Dumars, basically. Like, Dumars has gotten a terrible rap from the 03 draft where people are like, yo, Darko, though. And then, like, signing a bunch of terrible free agents. But, like, you look at all the deals prior to that, Joe Dumars was actually really good in the early 2000s. And then he just shit the bed.
I love that this has turned into a pro Joe Dumars show. I didn't see that
I'm loving
coming.
it. I didn't even take it in that direction. It's there.
Look, man, he was good for, like, 3 years, building that team up, getting them to the finals, and then things got messy.
Look, I die on the hill that I take Darko 10 times out of 10, and that means I know I get sheed halfway through the year.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't care. I don't care if we didn't get Carmelo. How many championships he won? I don't care if he get Chris Bosh. He wasn't with LeBron. Like, we got Darko, and it didn't work out, but it got a sheet. It got us to 2 NBA finals and 5 straight conference finals. Also, in my teens, so I like cared the most. It was perfect for me. Shout out to Darko. I hope
It's easy to have your team suck now. Like I got other stuff going on. I have bills to pay.
My life exists. Back then, I was like living and dying with the Pistons, and they won like right in that sweet spot. So I wouldn't trade anything for that championship.
I love it. All right, we'll do like last takes if we have anything else we need to cover. I also forgot we set up the old People's debut for Kevin Durant's $16 moment. So all you got to do, like the stream, subscribe to Team Hold, put hashtag People's debut into the chat, and we'll spin that in like 2 or 3 minutes.
I got an interesting one. Why hasn't Zach LaVine been announced yet?
That is surprising, actually.
Like that makes zero sense. I mean, everyone else's extensions, if you're a high-profile free agent, have been announced already. Now, look, I would love to know what Shams and Woj's draft tweets have been like over the last like 12 to 24 hours. I'm sure it's just scheduling tweets every other minute. But like, it's interesting that LaVine, of all people, has not been put out there yet. That's the name to watch, I think, over the next 24 hours.
Do you think it's because they pumped the brakes with the Kevin Durant thing, with Chicago being on the list of teams?
Well, the list of teams kind of doesn't matter, right? Like ultimately, the Nets can send him to fucking Siberia if they wanted to, right? Like he has 4 years left on that deal. They don't give a shit. As long as Siberia could give them 10 years of draft picks, they take it. But like, I don't know. I
just mean like, right, if they, I'm sure KD comes on the market, Chicago's like, oh, maybe. Then they see their name on the list, and then they're like, okay, well, we could throw LaVine, Pat Williams, a couple picks. I don't know, right? And because I think they've lost all of their picks to the Magic. All the picks they were going to lose have been taken, and so they still have some picks to move. I just wonder.
And KD to the Bulls is trending. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting like conundrum for the Bulls. I mean, he gets what, $200 million regardless, one way or another.
I saw somebody from The Athletic, I think, tweet out being like, well, KD and DeRozan are pretty good friends. There you go. KD to Chicago. He wears number 23. Makes him take it down from the rafters.
Now that is a take. That is a fucking take right there.
That's the best take.
I wish somebody had the balls to do that. Be like, you want me to come to your team?
Hey, drop real quick, Zachary. Drop the Detroit basketball take. I got some breaking news for you.
Oh, we get some breaking news. All right, here we go. All right, I won't do the whole thing. Go ahead. What you got?
It's fine. Marvin Bagley, 3 for 37.
Oh, there. I like that though. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Let Marvin Bagley cook, baby.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the type of deal you give to a dude who's just trying to make his money. So
You know who's really happy about that deal? Marvin Bagley's dad, who
Yeah,
fucking bitched his way out of Sacramento. Congratulations, Marvin Bagley, and your dad.
Yeah.
to
Oh,
be fair,
Sacramento wasn't playing him though. Like he was dead in Sacramento. And Sacramento sucks, dude. Every move they make, they immediately get ridiculed. Like the Dante DiVincenzo. It's not even, like Dante DiVincenzo is the most forgettable NBA player out there, but even NBA Twitter was like, "That's fucked up, Sacramento."
Yeah, Sacramento's. I obviously live in the Bay Area, so I have a lot of Sacramento friends. Not great. Not a great situation.
No.
So all of it is bad. And by the way, they named the owner's daughter is the GM of their G League team. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
it's a bus situation. Let's go.
I like it.
Actually, it's probably closer to a Lacob situation because Joe
Oh.
Lacob's kid is a GM of the G League Warriors team. But hey, different
Hey.
strokes for different folks.
Wait, hold on. The consigliere with a great point. He said the elite butthole move would be KD playing number 45 on Chicago. I like that.
I like that. Yeah.
I like that. That's great. All right, we're gonna wrap up. Anything else we need to hit?
No, I mean, basically, we know that everyone got tampered with. We know the tampering rules don't exist. I think we've all lost second round picks. It's fantastic. It is what it is. I mean, the KD stuff broke, and now we're all just scrambling to figure out what's going to happen in the next 24 to 48 hours. At this point, the only thing I care about is the Celtics.
Yeah.
And I want to see what happens with the Mavericks here. Because now you lose Brunson, and it's kind of a shit show.
They keep saying that Dallas is in the running for KD. How?
I mean, you can piece together bad
Tim Hardaway
contracts.
Jr.
Yeah, you could do. So it's easy to get there. It's just
Right.
the Nets won't accept it. Like
Right.
you could do Hardaway Jr. Who's the dude they got? You could do Bertans. Like you can make the math work.
Right. But like, there's no world in which Brooklyn's like, you know what? Fuck Ayton. Let's go get Timmy, Spencer, and Davis.
I mean, Davis Bertans would look really good in a Nets uniform. Okay, let that man cook.
No,
Would he be the number one option outside of Ben Simmons there?
Yeah, he'd look good in the Netherlands. That's where he'd look good. All right, we're gonna spin the wheel for the People's debut. Somebody asked, yeah, I will be in Vegas. I'll be in Vegas on Thursday the 14th. I will be there, consigliere. Mike, do you have anything you got to plug as we wrap up? Anything people should find?
I'm scrambling to see if I want to book someone for a show tonight. I did a show last night on the Break Pod, but I don't know. I'm just gonna keep doing as much content as I need to over the next couple days because NBA Twitter doesn't really stop, and I need to get these takes off. Basically, it's what it comes down to.
Justin, what about you? Anybody? Did you get any live shows tonight, Justin?
I actually do not. Your boy is chilling. Today is the day off.
I'm gonna tell you.
I'm on Resi right now, trying to find a place to go get food in Lower Manhattan. So if you have LES or Soho Rex,
there we go. So send those Rex over at JCatch. Justin, I'm gonna tell you this right now. We have a mutual friend that reached out to me today, and they said, "Don't tell him this. Justin is getting very, very good." So they saw you at a stand-up show recently, but they were like, "Don't tell him."
Oh no, is this the person whose show I did yesterday?
Yeah,
who was also our mutual friend?
That's exactly who it was. She had asked last night, or like not an hour, a couple hours before. She was like, "Hey, can you jump on this?" And I was like, "I really can't." And then I asked how it went today, and she was like, "Justin is getting very good." So keep killing, my man. All right, let's go. Let's rip this. If you win this, shoot me a DM either at Mike Zakarian or in the Discord. Top Shot Tesla again. Nepotism is everywhere. That's why I didn't get mad. People making a big deal about Brunson's dad. I like that take. There you go. Lean into
I
the
still think it's
nepotism.
odd that they re-signed Brunson's dad.
Well, but wasn't he like always Tibbs's coach? And he's like,
Yeah.
you know, so
Man, like a legit beat a sexual assault charge in 2018, and then was stuck coaching high school in New Jersey, and also got fired from the T-Wolves less than a year after he beats that charge for, and I quote, sexual harassment of a team reporter.
Wait, that's real?
Yeah.
Rick Brunson?
Yeah. Google it.
Oh, I had no idea. Wow.
Yeah. So
Wow.
like that's why he got fired from the Timberwolves while Tibbs was on staff. So he's been like a consultant in New Jersey for New Jersey basketball for the last 2 years.
That's incredible.
Yeah. So like that
I did not know
that to me is the wilder than signing his kid for $100 million is bringing this dickhead back who got fired in this environment for sexual assault.
Wow.
Like that's pretty crazy.
That is crazy. I did not. All right. Well, I got some reading to do. Steve,
We all got some reading.
Yeah, right. Steve said Patty Mills news. Is that the last thing? Do we have?
Is it the Nets?
Oh,
wow!
2 years, $14.5 million.
With who?
Brooklyn.
Oh, you say he went back to Brooklyn. Okay, there you go.
A slight raise, a little over the mid-level, which is interesting. That indicates that Brooklyn is probably going to operate as a well over the mid-level. I don't know if they're going to operate as a team under the cap, though. So,
interesting.
It raises kind of interesting, operating questions of how Brooklyn wants to do this thing. Maybe they're doing the standard mid-level, which goes up to $10.5 million. I don't know.
Yeah. I think the real news here is Steve's last name is Jackson. Is that what we're finding out right now? Is that Steve Jackson or is this a burner account?
I feel like this is a burner account.
Is this a burner account? Is this not Steve Baller's blockchain? Wow.
I don't know. It's a bold choice if it is.
Steve Jackson. I did not see that coming.
That's not very Aussie, I feel like.
I know. I guess you have to say it with an accent. But shout out Steve Jackson. He's for real. Terrible. That was a terrible reference right there. There we go. Shit, I logged into my work computer. There we go. Doxed, baby. Doxed. One by one, you come to Team Hold, you get doxed. Web3 is all about not anonymity here. Justin, Mike, thanks for jumping on, dudes. I appreciate this. This is fun.
Always a damn pleasure.
And
later, guys.
I'll play you guys out with some Detroit basketball. All right, we're out of here.